Well, sure. I mean, Ben Burgess is an individual associated with Democratic Socialists of America. He's an academic. He is listed in the credits of many BreadTube videos. He's considered to be the academic who kind of advises BreadTube. And at the end of the day, I mean, this is all centered around Democratic Socialists of America, which is a left-wing group that was formed during the 1970s, originally as the Democratic Socialist Organizing Committee. And it's you know, I kind of joke that it's this recurring, it goes away and it comes back, and it goes away and it comes back. And if you look at the origins of Democratic Socialists of America, many of the individuals who were key in setting it up were CIA-connected individuals. Gloria Steinem, for example, the voice of American feminism, in her autobiography, she's the founder of Ms. Magazine, she brags about having been a CIA operative in the early 60s, how she and now US Congressman Barney Frank went to the World Festival of Youth and Students, the communist gathering in Vienna, and set off smoke bombs and disrupted it. And she brags about her ties to the CIA and the Central Intelligence Agency. During the 1950s and 60s, the CIA had a program called the Congress for Cultural Freedom, in which they funneled money to anti-communist left-wing voices. They set up a magazine called Partisan Review. They hired Sidney Hook, who was a Trotskyite college professor, to be the director of the program. Many of the voices that went on to establish Democratic Socialists of America came out of the Congress for Cultural Freedom. For example, Irving Howe, who's considered to be the intellectual father of Democratic Socialists of America. Irving Howe was very much funded, promoted by the Congress for Cultural Freedom, printed in Partisan Review, had his academic career advanced by the CIA, and there's no shame about this. This might all sound tinfoil hatty, but the entity that we can now call Democratic Socialists of America, a lot of the people at the top of it are tied in with the more liberal wing of the American intelligence apparatus. You know, while the right wing said the way to fight the communists was by being authoritarian and military and traditional and conservative, these folks said the way to fight the communists is to loosen everything, right? Argue that there is no real truth, that everything's kind of a matter of opinion, that sure, sure the Soviets are bad, but we have bad stuff here in the United States too, and maybe we should all just chill out. And it parallels MK Ultra, Project MK Ultra, which was the widespread circulation of drugs in the United States during the 1960s and the promotion of hallucinogens by American intelligence. And there was a feeling that because McCarthyism had failed, and had created almost a blowback effect and caused the civil rights movement to get stronger, caused interest in communism to get stronger among youth in the United States. The way to fight communists was to create an entity that you can call the synthetic left, a postmodern entity, that could kind of diffuse any dissident sentiments into a wave of confusion and disillusionment. And that's really what BreadTube is, the modern day incarnation of. Democratic Socialists of America, Michael Harrington and the Democratic Socialist Organizing Committee emerged in the 1970s. BreadTube is just a continuation of this ongoing operation, which is an attempt to combat, hardline, genuine, Marxist-Leninist anti-imperialism, which has existed and has a very contrary message to BreadTube and Partisan Review and Jacobin and DSA.